in Chicago. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Lions, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Bears at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Goff looking to change the play. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down. Here we go.
In motion left comes Williams. From the gun, here's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Value 3, value 3. Value 1.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Super one. Hey, kill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Here's Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a long.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A nice pickup of 17 yards. To the air, Williams. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's...
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw, it's Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second and 7. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
66.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go now.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they... And it's a fumble. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now 2nd and 3.
Hold on. Check. 14.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
76.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
31. Bears 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. See 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 74 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And Caleb Farley there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Williams. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Goff now looks to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw, Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd down and 10.
Here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Williams loses the football, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Into space at the 45.
And finally brought down at the 43. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Caleb Williams
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
They'll try to run with Swift.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long from the 41. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gibbs.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Hold on. Check. What?
Here's Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Go! Tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
60 Bobcat. Here we go.
Here's Williams.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Bears 22. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Let's go.
To the air, Williams.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Hey, 76. 76. What's that?
Goff going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. He's on his way.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for two.
Williams going to throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll come out here with four receivers, two on each side, 2nd and 4. Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing now, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
We go tonight.
Here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
11.
Goff throwing again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.